What's up everyone, welcome to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. In this video, we're gonna do something a little bit different. It's gonna be me and my brother Jim, and we are gonna be road tripping from Fort Lauderdale down to Key West in a Tesla Model 3. And we're gonna take you along on the journey. First stop of the trip, we are here at the Coral Reef State Park. Gonna check it out, see what it is. So we're here at John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park, just kind of walking around, and it's probably primary draw is if you're going to do a snorkeling tour. It seems like most of the trails through the mangroves that are closed, looks like maybe a hurricane or something took them out, but still pretty cool spot. And if you want to do some snorkeling or diving, they've got tours that leave from here, so this is still worth a stop. Well, just did my first supercharging experience, and it was actually the easiest charging experience I've ever had. We had a plug-in hybrid in London, and I think I have 14 different apps on my phone, none of which worked super well. Every charging experience was different. It was just such a hassle. So I was kind of braced for like trying to figure out this one out too, but literally you walk up, you grab the cable, put it in your car, and it automatically starts charging. It's super cool. So right now, to get pretty close to a full charge, it's expecting about 40 minutes. It's not the most interesting location. It's kind of by this airfield, tucked away literally in the back of this parking lot. But you know what? It's sunny, it's warm, you can stretch your legs. So not a bad experience all in all. So we're gonna do this, hit up Publix, and then we'll see where the night takes us. We got everything we need at Publix for a great day on the water tomorrow. Time to find a place to watch the sunset and get some food. And then we're calling it an early night because we've got an early morning on the water tomorrow. Here we go.
We caught a fish on a broken pole. I'm gonna reel this in by hand.
Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time.
There's no reel. We're just spinning it by hand and reeling it with the How fun.
I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump. Oh, what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again. I would get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I would get up again.
We just took the free shuttle from the DoubleTree to downtown. It drops you off right off Duval Street, the main street in Key West. And now we are trying to find Mallory Square, which is supposed to be a great place to watch the sunset. And then see where the evening takes us.
Fly 'cause I'm light as a feather, but I get high.
Turns out this is a very popular place to watch the sunset. I don't know how much of the sunsetting we will actually see.
But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump. Oh, what a fool.
All right, so we're just leaving dinner here at Keelam in Key West, and definitely one of these places that is special because of the person that owns it. So we kind of walked in, we were the only ones in the restaurant, and kind of wondering if we had made a bad choice. Sat down, food was great, and the owner came and talked to us probably for 20 minutes. Turns out he just opened this place and was just fantastic. Really enjoyed the conversation, and by the time we had left, things were really picking up. So definitely recommend Keelam if you come to Key West. Neat spot, great owner. Say hi to Carlos for us. Good morning. Today is our second to last morning here in the Keys. We are in Key West and we are gonna mosey to Old Town. We're gonna do a food tour. This was one of the things we booked through Airbnb Experiences. Never done one of these before, but people that have tell me that they're really fun. So we should be visiting a number of different places this morning into early afternoon. And then we begin our drive back up the Keys. We're staying in Key Largo tonight. We have to wake up really early tomorrow and head to the airport back in Fort Lauderdale. So savoring these last few minutes of sunshine and coffee and just enjoying being in the Keys. So food tour coming up next. So apparently this is Jimmy Buffett's recording studio. It's one of the only private pieces of property in the harbor, and he still uses it from time to time, along with a lot of other really famous artists. So it kind of looks like a shack just perched next to the harbor. But some really famous music has been made here. Never would have known that without this tour, so pretty cool. just concluded the food tour here in Key West. This was something we booked pretty much on a whim. I was just browsing Airbnb experiences and it seemed like something that would be fun to try. And it was actually one of the highlights of the trip so far. Dana, who is our guide, did an excellent job both bringing to life the food, but also the history of Key West, what it's like to live here as a local, and just all the kind of unique aspects of this. It was good portions, I don't feel hungry, and we tried lots of things that I probably wouldn't have just going to restaurants. So if you like food, history, or just having a tour of the places you visit, can't recommend that enough. I'll leave a link down in the description. But from here, we are now starting our journey back north. So we're spending the night in Key Largo. We're gonna charge up at the Supercharger station in Marathon, and we'll see what we find along the way. All right, after a quick stop at the state park, we are off to Marathon to do some charging before we head up to Key Largo. All right, so we just wrapped up our second supercharge here, and one of the kind of fun things is the other Tesla owners. So we just had a great chat with somebody who owns a Model Y and manages a bunch of vacation rentals around here. So there's almost like a bit of a social component to charging that you don't get when you're pumping up at a gas station. So that was fun. And next step, Key Largo. So we are on the last night of our road trip here in the Tesla Model 3 to the Florida Keys. Started in Fort Lauderdale, drove down to Key West, and are currently in Key Largo. Overall, this was an awesome experience. If you're looking for a really unique road trip, you can rent these Teslas through Hertz and probably some of the other companies. It has a little bit of a learning curve, so I would definitely recommend watching some of the videos on how to manage the Tesla. And it had a couple quirks with autopilot, but overall, super fun to drive. The intelligent cruise and everything made the traffic a lot more fun and bearable. And honestly, the kind of charging was a pretty neat experience. If I had any tips, it would be to stay at a place in Key West with a destination charger. There's a number of them. It was actually pretty challenging to find a place to charge up, which wasn't actually really a problem. We had plenty of battery to get to and from the supercharger. But it would have been even more convenient if we had a full charge leaving Key West. So it's been a really neat experience. We had 2 people, several bags, and we had no problem storing it all. So overall, it was a successful road trip in the Tesla Model 3.